Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekenders YouTube channel. Today we're here in Discovery Cove in Orlando, Florida, and today we're gonna go around and check out all of this all-inclusive resort has to offer. It's gonna be a ton of fun, so make sure you stick around, check it out, hit that subscribe button, and let's go.
Let's go.
All right guys, so here is the entrance to Discovery Cove. It is beautifully manicured. Got the giant birds of paradise there. What's interesting though is as you see the cars pulling in, they do kind of force you to go right by the valet check-in. So everybody that was too cheap to pay for it has to see what that looks like. And that includes us. And also apparently Rolls-Royce that we parked right next to. So it's that kind of establishment. But we're here early. Opens at 8 a.m. and check-in begins at 7:15. It's about 7:30 now, so we're gonna walk on over there and see if we can get checked in. And if you didn't know, we're here today because it is Christine's birthday. Yay. So birthday girl gets birthday special things.
Special things. I'm very excited. We're going to see all of our fish friends today.
Yeah, and we say special birthday occasion because this place is crazy expensive. So for the two of us for one day, $600. So that includes.
That's with our SeaWorld discount.
That's with our SeaWorld discount, yeah, because we're platinum pass holders over at SeaWorld, so we get like a 20% off or something like that. It's still really crazy expensive. That does include entrance and the Dolphin swim, which is like the most popular package. So should be fun. I don't really know exactly what to expect. I just know that it's all inclusive. So we're gonna go and find out. Let's go. So now we have entered the lobby. It's nice, well appointed. I like the dolphins up there. So just past security bag check. I think that we're waiting to get checked in over here with our tickets. So should be inside in just a few minutes. Of course, if you have VIP or if you want to book additional packages, you can do that right here in the lobby as well. All right guys, we got all checked in, got our lanyards for the day. They kind of gave us a brief explanation of the park. I'm still really confused. We're gonna figure it out as we go. It also doesn't help that we stayed right down the street and we are still not awake yet. Plus we had a late night last night too, so didn't give them very much sleep. But look at this place. It is gorgeous. So walk right into this lagoon. There's a snorkel sitting over there.
Yeah, I think this is
They did say all the waterways are open till 5 p.m. So I'm not sure exactly what that entails, but we're gonna find out. I guess the first thing they told us to kind of go to our lockers, and then we can go get breakfast. So
breakfast first and lockers.
let's do that.
I would like a backyard like this, please.
Okay. Well, the ambiance is super nice. Definitely got like a jungle tiki kind of vibe. There were more people at check-in and in the parking lot than I expected too. So, you know, again for like the price of this thing, like kind of being a more like an upscale thing. I thought it was going to be a little bit more private, but yeah, I know it's a fairly. Yeah. Well, I know it's a fairly small park as well, so I think those are pumped-in sounds too.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Look at the little waterfall and the gigantic birds of paradise. These things are huge. Also found out that our lanyard here does come with a map, which is super handy, and I guess there's an app that we can download as well. But I've already lost track of where exactly we are. And Christine's gonna go use the foot rinse because she wants wet feet for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Starting early. And over here is the gift shop, so of course we'll have to come back and check this out later. We're on a quest for breakfast. We'll see if the breakfast here is worth skipping the breakfast at the hotel. Our hotel also had breakfast. It's got to be better, right? We'll see. Christine reminded me though it is probably SeaWorld food, which is not the greatest. Here are your breakfast options. Really, you can get as much as you want, but they got like a basic Laguna breakfast, which is kind of like a typical American breakfast. They got a Southwest version of that, which is kind of spicy, chicken waffles, and French toast. Really, it seems like you can get whatever you want. All inclusive is included in the price. It's pretty big. All right, so breakfast is served. Here's what I got, and there's Christine's. So definitely a little chaotic getting through the breakfast because, you know, everybody's in here, everybody's eating breakfast at the same time. The lines are kind of long and kind of slow, it takes forever. Not quite feeling like the luxury experience I was kind of hoping that it would be, but I think things are going to improve. So it could also just be maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I'm tired and not quite as forgiving or as happy as I should be. First impressions, breakfast is actually pretty good, fairly tasty. I'd say it's probably about the same and maybe a little bit better than you would get like probably at your hotel. Potatoes are good. Should have got extra potatoes. All right, so they are passing out wetsuits if you'd like one. This may be required for the dolphin viewing, I'm not sure, but here are the lockers, so these are all inclusive. Apparently not those lockers. Those are for private cabanas. We gotta keep going. And the cheap seats.
Cheap seats.
Typical.
That's okay. Value seats.
Yeah, the value seats. I don't know. $600 to get in here for the day though. Like, it's pricey. The way that some of these paths are laid out, I mean, you could almost think that you're we've done some pretty neat vacations, Thailand, Mexico, all kinds of places all over the world. It does feel pretty tropical even though we're in Orlando. Okay, so here we go. I think we found our lockers. So the deal is you just pick anywhere with a key, so we'll go with one outside top. I don't want to bend down. Are you kidding? All right, so it is nice though that they do provide unlimited sunscreen here. It's animal safe friendly.
Rub it in so you don't get the sunburns.
All right, so we've come here to the Grand Reef at the back of the park. I don't know if this is included or not. I think it may be, but you can see there are stingrays kind of swimming around out there. I'm gonna go see what the deal is. Find out what this sign over here says. So you ready to go swim with the sharks and stingrays? Or the stingrays?
Yeah.
Scuba Steve?
Scuba Steve.
All right. Yeah, I make you wear these vests. The life vest.
You can't have tourists drowning the shark.
Yeah, it's only 15 feet. Oh, there's a bee. Yeah, okay, so we found out that the Grand Reef apparently does not open until 9. We're supposed to be over to meet with for our dolphin swim at 9:30, so if we do get in here, we only have like 15 minutes. Kind of disappointing too. Thought we had kind of like all day to do this stuff. We'll probably have enough time later. But it does look like they have the shark tank over there, so I guess we could go look at some sharks.
The good news is I don't think you actually have to rush to get here and do other things because it's not even 9 o'clock yet, and like stuff still isn't open. So lazily morning, eat your breakfast, enjoy it, find a locker, and go see your animal friends.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what the whole point is of the wetsuits are. I see a number of people wearing them. I asked about them. They said it's for certain like shark encounters or the dolphin swim, so I'm not entirely sure though why most people are wearing them.
Look at that grouper.
Oh yeah, so this is cool. So yeah, there are there's a white tip shark, there's a nurse shark back there, and a gigantic Goliath grouper back there. Oh, and another leopard ray back there too.
Hey, I want to stay in that, buddy.
A bonnet head shark there.
Yeah.
There's a leopard shark over there.
Oh, wow.
See if we get a better view over here. Yeah, it is pretty deep. Crystal clear though. Got some jacks swimming around, and what are these, mullet, I think?
I think so.
They also have these little like personal submarine type deals where you could get in there and just have like your head enclosed. That would be pretty cool. Again, looks like everything though, it's so super expensive. If we come back, we'll try some other things, but for our first time here, we kind of wanted to see what the most popular package was. Those sand shark or nurse sharks are huge. If you like nurse sharks, go back and check out our video on our other channel, Weekenders on the Water, where we actually took our jet skis, we rode our jet skis from Miami to the Bahamas, and then we fed wild nurse sharks in the Bahamas, just at like a random beach. So that was super cool. So we'll put a link to that in the description down below.
You guys have the coolest job.
These guys over here are getting fed, so.
Well, they behave, we do.
Yeah.
There's nurse sharks, they're massive. So they are stuffing the fish with pills, so just like for our dog, we hide the pills in the hot dogs. Here they hide the pills in the little fish. So some of the sharks require special pills, and other ones just get generic fish. Tons more sharks and rays on this side as well. Over here they're doing some husbandry activities. They just had that giant stingray was inside that trampoline looking thing a second ago. Maybe they're doing some medical exams.
No, they're just making sure they'll eat.
I think they're feeding them while they're probably checking them out.
Oh,
maybe drawing blood or something along those lines.
I think they're feeding them because they're like, you know what, they're hungry, buddy.
Yeah, well,
they don't eat the cards.
I think they could just feed them like without having to put them in the net. I bet you they're checking them out. Something.
Yeah, I make sure.
All right, so we still got a few minutes yet until we can check in for our dolphin swim. Unfortunately, they don't let us bring any cameras or jewelry or really anything with that. So we're gonna dump it all in our locker here, and then we'll catch up with you on the other side. Alright guys, so we just got done with our dolphin swim. That was super cool. So we met Calypso the dolphin. We got to reach out and touch Calypso and learn a lot about her, about how they treat her and care for her here, what types of food she eats and what types of snacks she likes, that sort of thing. How she avoids predators in the wild. That was super cool. We also got to like hold on to the dolphin's fin and like ride.
The glide.
Yeah, they like had the dolphin pull us through the water. That was super cool. So unfortunately, like I said, we weren't able to bring the GoPro, but hopefully as I'm talking now, you're seeing photos that we purchased the photo pass. I don't know how much that cost. It's probably way too much. Probably more money than we're gonna make on YouTube. So hit that like button. I really appreciate that.
Yes, please.
Okay. Anyways, we are gonna bring you along for the next thing.
Yes.
So we're gonna go over to the coral reef where we can do some snorkeling with sharks, stingrays, and all kinds of other stuff. So
Fish.
yeah. So let's go check it out.
Let's go.
So this is very strange. They've cleared the pool just as we were about to get in. Someone mentioned that they'd reached max capacity, so they kicked everybody out, and then eventually they're gonna let people back in. Maybe they're gonna count heads. I don't know. Very strange. Who knows how long, but a lot of people are kind of standing around. Everybody's wanting to get in. Kick everybody out of one attraction. Everybody's gonna run to the other ones and make them full too. Did finally allow us to go in back in. They're just counting everybody, I guess. So they get everybody out to count them, and then we can all go in. You do have to wear a life vest to experience this attraction. They say it's about 15 feet deep, and it is rather cold. Say it's 78 degrees. But after being in that dolphin pool, which is 72, this really doesn't feel too bad. Okay, and then we get our, it's actually a shovel nose ray. That's the shovel nose ray. He's really bumpy and like kind of rough. Different than the dolphins. The dolphins felt like wet hot dogs. So here on this side are all the sharks. So I think we can see them from here, but we can't swim with them unless you pay extra. So that was something I kind of considered, but it would have added like another $300 to the cost. So it would have been close to like $1,000 on the day. It is definitely very packed in here. So when we got in the pool, I tried to like rush out to like around everybody, and we kind of got a few minutes there by with fewer people around, but now everybody's kind of caught up. You see how packed the pool is. Yeah, you try to stop and do something cool, like look at the sharks through the window there, and then you got 30 people all of a sudden like, oh, what is he doing? Definitely gonna get up close and personal with a lot of folks here. Yeah, so they did say you can't chase them, you can't dive. So that's like I suspected, that's why they give you like a crappy snorkel and a life vest.
A giant life vest.
To prevent you from diving. I mean, it makes sense. You know, the animals, they want to escape. You know, they can't handle thousands of tourists every day trying to touch them. The spotted eagle rays are so cool. They're huge. They swim by?
Yeah. They're buddies.
Yeah. So I think that my favorite animal in this aquarium pool is definitely the spotted eagle rays. Those things are cool. They're so huge.
Yeah.
Shovel nose rays are really cool too, but I like the spotted eagle rays. And I think, yeah, and I think if we come back, I do think that this is what I'd rather do. Like the underwater snoobas, yeah, whatever it is, like the snorkel light thing. I think that looks like the most fun,
yeah,
maybe even more so than swimming with sharks too. Well, there's no sharks in there, in that pool. The sharks are on the other side.
Oh.
But here you get with the, you know, this is like the end of the deeper area where all those big rays are hanging out and stuff. That's cool. I guess we're gonna go see what else we can do.
I'm gonna see an otter.
Go see an otter, okay. It is pretty neat though that even when you don't have like a dolphin swim time, like the dolphins are still here. You can still come see them. They're pretty close.
I think we put so.
How do you know?
I don't know. I don't think we put so.
When we were out there in the water, we met the other dolphin, and the trainer's like, so you can tell that this one's clearly not Calypso. I'm like, can you? They all look the same to me.
Hi. Hi. Hello.
All right, so we found the otters here in the wet wildlife sanctuary. So it should be in here somewhere. Back there. Unfortunately, the otters don't really seem to want to come play with us or swim underwater, which is kind of crazy. Like the ones at the zoo are always underwater. But we're in the freshwater oasis. I haven't been to this part of the park yet, so we're gonna take a lap around this. I don't know if it's like a lazy river kind of deal, but we'll walk around and see what else we find. So I will say that this part is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's spectacular. Look at this. And it's significantly warmer than the saltwater pools, and it's freshwater too. So I do like this part of the park a lot better. I mean, check that out. It's gorgeous. Feels like you're in the tropics. So they do have these little loungers, chairs. You can kind of hang out. Christine says she wants a noodle, so she's gonna go get a noodle. But yeah, and there's a little snack bar right there too. We actually had a cookie and also all that's like included. So that's pretty neat. So if you want to have a snack, chill out in the loungers in the warm water, that's a place to be. Or a beer. I mean, a lot of people are just drinking in the water too, which is cool. Kind of feels like we're back in Mexico on one of the cenotes. That's a good time. Now we're just floating, let the current take you.
37 is tiring work.
Is that so?
Yeah.
37 times around the sun, huh? Yeah, so now we're coming to the Marmoset area. So this is like Monkey Island. And supposedly there's monkeys on this little island. Let's see if we can find any.
I hear them.
You hear them squeaking. Squeak, monkey, squeak.
I can barely touch. Little leggies.
Looks like they barely have things. Yeah, so there's the monkeys right at the base of that stump, right like there.
Somebody.
So we found their little monkey huts. And there was another monkey running around over there a second ago. I don't know where he went to. Oh, there he is. He's behind that tree stump. There he is. What do you think?
They're really cute. I like them.
Next up on the menu is lunch. Let's go see what's on the menu. All this swimming and lounging around and playing with dolphins and everything, I've worked up quite the appetite. Plus everything, I want to try a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna get a little bit of everything. And the good thing is it's all like free included. So even if I don't finish it, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, we got a little bit of chicken tenders, burger, fries, mac and cheese, and taco. And then for dessert, a cake. All looks delicious. I've already tried the fries and the mac and cheese. They're all pretty good. But yeah, we're gonna dig in. And Christine also got basically the same sort of stuff, but then Caesar salad and a wrap as well. So slightly a little bit healthier, not much. It's your birthday.
Birthday.
Hey, birthday cake.
Birthday cake.
Lunch was decent. Like the burger, the chicken tenders were really good. The fries, mac and cheese, really good. Tacos were just okay. Christine said her wrap was okay. Didn't finish it all. I'll spare you the gratuitous shot of what's left on my plate. Started to have some thoughts now that we're kind of like halfway through here, and it is really expensive to come here, but I would say I do start to understand the value, particularly if you're from out of town. So hear me out. It's about $300 per person per day to come here, you know, depending on which day you come. Now if you were to go to a regular theme park, you know, Disney's going to cost you about 150 bucks a day per person plus food. You're probably going to be 200, 250 per person, versus here you're, you know, 50 bucks more. All your food's included. You get to swim with dolphins. You get amazing lazy rivers and all this stuff. I think it starts to make a lot of sense for people who are coming from out of town. Now, those of us who are local, most people in Central Florida already have some sort of annual pass whether that's Disney, SeaWorld, you know, Universal, whatever. And so for the cost of one day here, I can basically get an entire annual pass to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, Aquatica, Adventure Island, all 4 of those here locally for the cost of one day here. So for locals, it doesn't tend to make as much sense. And I think that kind of starts to make sense when you start looking at the demographics of the people that come in here. A lot of them are tourists, many of them from international destinations, and the rest are probably spread out amongst the US too. There's not a ton of people, at least not the same percentage wise as ratios you would see at a normal park of locals. Just kind of food for thought. You know, as a local, I definitely think it's worth coming here at least once to explore it, enjoy it, because it is really nice. But I think it starts to make a lot more sense for people that come in from out of town. All right, so next up, it's lazy river time, and I'm not exactly sure if this what this is, but I think it is. I think it goes basically all the way around the freshwater wetland area. So we're gonna hop in here. We're gonna grab some of these noodles, go for a float.
Send me your nudes.
Noodles. Grotto over there, is it? Oh, okay, so if we go around there, we can get into the grotto. It's just like a pool area for the lazy river. It's pretty neat. I think that's cool that you can be in the lazy river. You can stop and like go to one of these little swimming pool kind of areas. It's like a choose your own adventure. All right, so we are in the lazy river, and I can tell you already from the pace of this lazy river, this is like the laziest lazy river I've ever been in.
I love it.
Right up your alley, huh?
Yeah.
Definitely a slow kind of float. Very little chaos. Other than we're about to enter the grotto, and I can hear already there are like screaming children in there.
My favorite.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about echoey spaces, but children feel like it's the time to shriek as loud as possible. Oh, we got some cool stalactites hanging from the ceiling. And we get the backside of water. I always wanted to see the backside of water.
That's a rock. Okay, bye.
Where are you going?
I caught it.
Whoa. So this is going to be nice here too. It's going to be 8 feet deep up here, which for like a lazy river, I feel like it's perfect. You should not be able to touch the bottom, or at least you shouldn't have to like try to actively stay off of the bottom. Like right now it's only about 2 feet deep. No, 3 feet deep. I feel like my feet are just dragging into the deep end. Sink or swim. Yeah, so we're gonna go underneath this waterfall, but the whole reason for this being so big and imposing is that we're actually about to enter the aviary. As you can see the netting up there. So I think we're actually gonna be taking the lazy river through the aviary. That's super cool. Wow, that's cool. You got like laser beams on your head. Look at that. It's like going through Niagara Falls. I managed to stay halfway dry. I went over by the edge and I went like this. So yeah, you got soaked.
Yeah, so cool.
Alright, but yeah, we are definitely in the aviary now. There's birds up there. This is cool. This is like wild birds all over the place. That's one really neat thing. I mean, there's a couple really neat things that I like so far about Discovery Cove, but this like complete interaction and immersion in the animal exhibits is really awesome. The kids behind me pointed out that we were swimming in bird poop, which is accurate. And then here we have the red-billed bird. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Whoa! I feel like most aviaries, they need to hand out the card. So when you go through the waterfall, you could use the card like as an umbrella, but then also you can identify the birds when you're in here. That's not a pro tip, but yeah. We got ideas. Call it SeaWorld, or better yet, have an umbrella that they could pass out that you could use to go into the falls, but also has the bird information on the umbrella. I didn't even see the dinosaur sitting up here in the tree. Look at this thing, it's massive. There are birds all over the place. All right, so we're gonna get on out and walk through the aviary, and then we'll come back and finish the rest of the lazy river. So do get up close and look at the pterodactyl that's here. The big feathered chicken. Of course, it wouldn't be an aviary without the obligatory macaws. They're so colorful. All right, so we found the bird identification cards, and we found some bird food. Now it does say on your lanyards that the birds in the aviary are most active in the morning. If I were to come back and do this again, I probably would. Oh, there's spoonbill up there. I probably would come do like the bird aviary first and like the lazy river kind of areas, and then probably save the dolphin stuff till later on. I felt like we didn't really know what we were doing, and we kind of missed out on like an hour or two just trying to figure that out. And if you'd done all this in reverse order, that you would have had time to figure it out along the way without missing out. Hey babe, bring that food over here. All right, Christine's gonna try her Snow White powers again. See if she's once again rejected. Oh, he's interested? He's gonna feed? All right, there you go.
Where is this guy?
I have no clue. And if I can't ever figure it out, I'm just gonna call it a thorny wicket.
Oh, you did it!
He just needs to be closer.
Not interested in you. Not interested. This aviary is pretty exciting. I recommend it.
They got a really good variety of birds here, and you get to feed them for free.
Look who now is his own Snow White.
You want to feed them?
No, it's alright, you can do it. You're doing such a great job.
I got 4 of them all lined up.
Whoa! Too many birds. Aww, they're in love. They're not jumping. Oh, there's another hand.
So it is pretty neat that even this late in the day, and with the food being free, that the birds are still so interactive that they all want to still eat so much of it. We've been to so many of these aviaries where you pay like 10-20 bucks for a cup of food to try to feed them, and then most of the time they're overfed and they don't want anything to do
Look
with
at
it.
you, Busch Gardens.
Yeah. So this is pretty neat that, again, it's all included, but they actually want to interact with you, which is cool. Back into the lazy river.
Cold.
You go to the far right there, there's a spot you can kind of... Alright guys, so we did the lazy river twice now. The second time we just kind of floated completely, and I can tell you it is about a 40-minute trip. So if you're just looking to chill out for about 40 minutes, it's a good way to do it. Really, we did probably about an hour and a half kind of going through there. It was really neat. One of the top best lazy rivers I've ever been in. Probably the best lazy river I've ever been in fact. I think so. I've never been in another lazy river with an aviary in the middle of it. Alright, I think we're just about done. It's getting late afternoon here. One more thing we haven't seen yet are the flamingos. We're going to go check them out. And then probably the gift shop. Get on out of here. Alright, so we found Flamingo Point. With all the flamingos. This one's saying Flamingo Point's that way. This flamingo points that way. Alright, so, well, not really a ton to see there. Yeah, well, we walked all the way to the other side of the park for it. But we have to kind of come over this side of the park often anyways, because this is where the lockers are. I would really appreciate if there are lockers, you know, especially if the equipment, you know, towel, snorkel, you know, wetsuit returns and pickups were kind of more scattered evenly throughout the park, and you have to go visit a specific spot. Definitely be very helpful, because if you pick up all your stuff on this side of the park and then you walk to the other side of the park, I get tired of carrying it, and then you're kind of stuck with it. Alright, and now for the final stop, the gift shop. Let's go inside. Of course, because it's a water park, you've got your shoes and your phone holder in case you lost any of that, missed any of that stuff. $36 for phone holder. Discovery Cove hats. Oh, you can even buy Discovery Cove wetsuits. $100. So half the price of getting your photos taken, you can buy a wetsuit. Somebody please make the photos make sense. $200 for all of your digital photos. That's with our discount too. It's a 30% discount. It's insane. Cheap glasses, $20.
Alright guys, $60 later and $200 later because those photos were not cheap. I had a really good day. It was a really good birthday. We got to hang out with our dolphin friends. We got to see our otter friends. We got to swim with a million other people with the rays, the sharks. That was kind of cool. In the same area, in the same water as sharks, not the same area as sharks. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I would highly recommend this. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Here's Lewis with Woody Go Tips.
Alright guys, so here are your pro tips for visiting Discovery Cove. Say, number one is, it is worth it to get here early because the park is only open from like 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. So, you know, with it being as expensive it is, definitely want to make sure that you get all your time worth on that. So definitely make sure you wake up and get here early. Pro tip number two is, I would not think it's worth actually rushing to the bigger attractions first, because I think that's what basically everybody else is doing. And if you're like us and you went to the Dolphin thing at like 9 o'clock, 9:55, I don't know, it just, nothing really opened until 9, but then also we seem to have lost an hour, and just like we wasted a lot of time this morning. Our time would have been better spent if we had gone to some of the freshwater attractions in the morning, and then I think you could save some of the bigger saltwater attractions for the evening, probably when it's hotter as well, but also fewer people in the pools, and I think you're going to have a more enjoyable time. Pro tip number 3, you do actually get free lockers, which is great. So much stuff is included, which is awesome, but with that free locker, keep in mind that if you're not purchasing a cabana, your locker is going to be on the one far inside of the park. So you're probably going to want to limit how many times you come and go from that thing anyway. So still kind of be mindful of what you bring in, because it's just going to be a pain if you have to go get it and come back. So anyways, that's going to do it for us today, guys. Remember, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Really helps us out. With that being said, we're out of here. We'll see you next weekend.
Bye. And thank you, babe, for a fantastic birthday. Love you.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
You gotta pay me to bend down.
What'd you say?
They said they gotta pay me to bend down.
There's a spread the whole
Checking with our dolphin thing so we can check in for our dolphins. Alright guys, so here are your pro tips for visiting Dolphin Cove.
Discovery Cove.
Sorry, yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be